Fans Beyond Wrestling, this is Denver, Colorado, the man, not the place. What an unbelievable upset that we saw in the previous encounter. Steve the Turtle Weiner picking up the victory over the arrogant Mark Angel. But what we've got right here is a first-time encounter, a battle of the Jacks. Jack Bonza in the black trunks coming all the way from Australia, traveling over 1,600 kilometers to come to Beyond Wrestling, because he says that he has great competition in his native country of Australia. But he wants to prove himself against some of the best in Beyond. And even though Jack Verville came up short against Drew Gulak last night, don't get it twisted, Jack Verville is one hell of a competitor. Because I think sometimes that Jack Verville, with some of his dancing antics, I don't think his opponent's taken too seriously, and that's a mistake that Bonza cannot afford to make. There we see Jack Verville trying to take the legs out from underneath his much larger opponent, unsuccessful in doing so. Jack Bonza, a very thickly settled individual, very muscular, an incredible physical specimen. Let's see what he can do in between the ropes. Jack Verville, a bit short-sighted, trying to take out the legs once again. Although I guess I can't argue with that strategy. If he's able to neutralize the size difference between him and his opponent, he's certainly going to have an advantage. Very skilled technical wrestler, probably most adept when his opponent is on his back. Starting off at square one, Jack Verville simply cannot outmatch the power game of Jack Bonza. And look at that, an unexpected demonstration of athleticism, the agility out of Jack Bonza. I think that Jack Verville is a little bit surprised. Now Jack Verville looking to test his strength, looking to test his upper body strength against Jack Bonza. I mean, Jack Verville's in good shape, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bonza had 50 pounds or more on. Jack Bonza very confident. He's looks to tie up the knuckles. Got goaded into that trap by Jack Verville, who's now applying pressure to the wrist. The strategy attacking the legs did not work, so he has switched it up. We know that Bonza's strong, but can he find a counter? And look at this, using his strength to slip between the legs. Jack Verville just pushing him off into the ropes, taking him down with that arm drag. Almost popped the shoulder right off the body. Now trying to keep Verville grounded. Verville trying to fight back up to his feet. Using leverage, he's going to be trying to find a counter. Now trying to work on the shoulder of Jack Bonza. Jack Bonza, quick to find an escape, as now he looks to target the wrist of Jack Verville. And now we see that Greco-Roman neck lock, although it seems to be against Jack Verville's will. Just getting taken overhead. And with one hand, Jack Bonza dominating his opponent. Trying to prevent Verville from finding a counter, just driving his knee. Verville retreating to the ropes. There you see him clutching that arm. One only knows how much damage Bonza has done. But Verville with that boot to the midsection. Now trying to do more damage to Jack Bonza. Bonza shooting him off the ropes, unable to trip him up. Avoiding contact there, jumping over Verville. But Verville using leverage to take his opponent down. Bonza just too strong. And now going after the ankle. Of course, while Jack Bonza's been in the United States, he's been training extensively at the CHIKARA Wrestle Factory. Another opportunity that he would not normally have, as he competes regularly in Australia. You can tell that Bonza has certainly picked up techniques like this. You're gonna wonder, with ease, able to get that free arm of Jack Verville. Bonza going all the way to his back. I mean, lifting his entire opponent above his head. That's all leg strength, and then pulling away at the arms, bending the shoulders in order to be able to keep him in that position. It is very difficult. Now using his upper body strength to just bend the neck of Jack Verville. It's going to be much harder for Verville to escape this hold the way his legs are tied up. And as a result, being forced to go to the eyes. It's either that or submit. Verville stumbling around the ring. He telegraphed that back body drop, got kicked in the face. And got a chop for good measure. Bonza putting on the brakes though. Verville trying to elevate him to the floor. Bonza connecting with a shot to the midsection. Look at that agility. Oh, but got cut off at the pass. Jack Verville with the wherewithal to connect with that calf kick. A little slow to get in the pin. You saw him checking his knee. He's continuing to clutch it. Bonza attacked a number of different body parts from the start of this match. Not sure how much damage he had done. At first it looked like Verville had a wrist injury. Now we thought a problem with the knee, but perhaps just the wear and tear expected in the ring with an opponent the size of Jack Bonza. Now that Verville finally has Bonza down to the mat, he is going to be looking to use that technical acumen to defeat his opponent. Trying to get some separation, charging in with that boot. Verville asking one of the other wrestlers ringside if they like that. I do not agree with that pin attempt whatsoever. I mean, obviously Jack Bonza is not a competitor that should be taken lightly. And Jack Verville continuing to taunt his opponent. Now bringing it back up to his feet. And I don't know if that was the best decision. Connecting with the European uppercut. And to his credit, both feet to the chest of Jack Bonza. Bonza hitting the turnbuckle. And Jack Verville spinning him in position for that face buster. Could that be it? Close call, but Bonza still got some fight left in him. Jack Verville having words with the official. And I'm surprised to see once again trying to bring his larger opponent up to his feet. He's going to have great difficulty trying to take a man of that size over. Jack Bonza not even having to hook his foot around the leg, but now being forced to do so. Even still, Verville cannot find that suplex. Trying to weaken up his opponent with a number of knee strikes. And Verville taking over with ease. That snap suplex. And this is the opening that Bonza needed. Bonza comes charging in. But Verville pulling down that top rope. He was out of the way. Bonza spilling out to the floor. Now Jack Verville looking to dive. And colliding with his opponent. Bonza might have hit the back of his head on that concrete. You see Verville once again favoring his knee. You saw Verville dive unexpectedly out of the ring to wipe out Drew Gulak last night. And I don't think that Jack Verville came to Beyond Wrestling to lose 2 consecutive matches. Again, Verville's competed regularly here in Beyond Wrestling. I mean, Bonza, he's a bit of an unknown, at least to some of the other wrestlers here. So this is certainly a huge opportunity for Bonza. I think that Verville has more to lose than he does to gain with this match. He's going to be careful, especially being positioned up on this top rope. There we see Bonza with that waist lock. And taking Jack Verville off the top rope with the avalanche-style butt wrench suplex. Verville might be out of commission. The damage done to the wrist, the knee, now his back. Gotta say though, I think the longer this match goes, the more it is gonna favor Verville. I mean, with Jack Bonza carrying so much mass, it's gonna be no surprise if he doesn't have nearly as much stamina. Of course, I don't think that those strikes that Verville is dishing out is doing nearly as much damage because of how muscular Bonza is. Bonza stringing together a nice series of offense. Verville caught him with that spinning back elbow out of nowhere. Oh, but came running right into that. Just getting manhandled by Bonza, tossing him overhead with that exploder suplex. Going for the pin, the leg is hooked. To Verville's credit, he's able to get that shoulder off the mat before the referee reaches that 3 count. It was that same arm he used to get the shoulder off the mat that Bonza grabbed to pull his opponent back up to his feet. Now we see the knee strikes on the Bonza. Going to send him across the ring. Verville trying to escape. I don't know if that was a smart move going for the waist lock. Just gets sent sternum first in that buckle. And look at the German suplex on a Jack Bonza. That bridging style suplex, and he's holding on. Jack Verville shrugging off Bonza, but again the agility. Look at this pin! Look at this pin! Oh, that was a close call. Jack Verville using leverage to keep his larger opponent down to the mat. Thought he was going for a snapmare, but the way that he cradled the leg worked to his advantage as he tries building up momentum. Power on display once again from Bonza. And now Jack Bonza going for that submission. After targeting the back with that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, we see him applying the bow and arrow. Jack Verville quick and lateral press, unable to hook the legs. Now going out to the floor. Now he's able to connect with a shot to the midsection of Jack Bonza. Oh no, go for a pile driver right to the floor? Bonza just too strong, but Jack holding on. Bonza once again rolling out of position for being pinned and pulling his opponent to his feet. Oh, the impact on the powerbomb. But Bonza did not have enough left in the tank for that bridging pin, and that was the difference between a victory and this match continuing. You gotta think that if Jack Bonza could have got into that bridge right from the impact of the powerbomb, he would have had Verville beat. These two have certainly quickened the pace. You can tell the sense of urgency. But Bonza thought he might have been going for a head scissor, once again catching himself on the apron, but this time getting caught with a kick in the face. And Verville, oh God! Just driving Bonza on his head. A knockout blow. You don't know what damage could have been done to the neck. And Jack Verville getting by on the skin of his teeth. Take another look right here. Using those ropes to prop himself up. And so much impact on the crown of the head. Coming down with that pile driver-like maneuver. And Jack Verville going 1-1 so far at the off-the-grid tapings this weekend. But I'll tell you what, I really liked what I saw on a Jack Bonza, the powerhouse from Australia, even in defeat. Very impressive against Jack Verville. I think Bonza just starting to come to his senses. There you see him clutching his head, but still a great performance.